Okay, welcome to the order of Monday morning. I heard I didn't even button up my sleeves yet. Anyway, in the United States, okay, I know that many of you aren't in the U.S. or even care about our politics. And I don't want to make my morning shows any kind of a super political thing because we all have our own wills and we all have our own ideas about how things should operate. And I always want us all to get along. Okay, I've gotten along pretty good for the last 76 years. But anyway, it is the eve of our election, and lots of things are being voted on, and senators and House of Representatives, and of course the president and vice president are up for grabs. And so last night, believe me, okay, I've done the I Ching for years and years and years, over 50 years now. And I'm very familiar with it, and I respect it very much as what I probably consider the finest oracle that one can do if you're into oracles and stuff. So last night, I threw the I Ching, and I sort of did it with a more elaborate way that allows you to receive a hexagram answer that has not all you will follow this, but the possibility of no moving lines or any number of moving lines, one moving line, two moving lines, three, four, five, okay? And those moving lines sort of get a sense of where things are moving. And it changes to another hexagram, and so that's the third part of your answer. But occasionally, yeah, you get an answer that has no moving lines. In other words, at the time that you're answering or asking the question, the dynamics of what's going on is currently, at the moment, at that instant, fixed. At least that's how I look at it. And here was my question, and I'm going to ask this. I'm going to use the same wording for two little tarot draws for you this morning. But my last night's question was, at first I used, as my Ching text, I used my own I Ching of Milo here from the Book of Ordinary Oracles. And I received, with no moving lines, hexagram 45. And I think I even posted the results last night on Facebook here. And number 5 is called gathering together or massing. And my question was, will Kamala Harris succeed in becoming the next president of the United States? That was my question. And I've got 45, gathering together, massing. The moment has arrived for a mass movement. It forms around an extraordinary individual. Great things will be done. Okay. Now that's the little Reader's Digest version of my interpretation of the general meaning of that card. There are no moving lines, so there's no additional little comment, and there's no hexagram that moves into. So I got out my Wilhelm Baines I Ching, got gathering, and it was a much sort of longer thing. And then I resorted to Hilary Barrett's I Ching. Okay, there's the cover of the thing there, which is an excellent one. And here's what I got for 45 with the lines. Hexagram 45, gathering. Gathering creates success. The king enters his temple. Fruitful to see great people creating success. Constancy bears fruit. Using great sacrificial animals. Good fortune. Fruitful to have a direction to go. Now remember, I wasn't asking about the general election. I asked the specific question, will Kamala Harris succeed in becoming the next president of the United States? Now, in just general knee-jerk I Ching wisdom, one would be very encouraged at a positive answer from hexagram 45. It goes on. The image, okay, so we've got water over Earth. Okay, there's a trigram of water over a trigram of Earth. The image, lake higher than the earth, gathering. A noble one sets aside weapons and tools and warns against the unexpected. And the sequence, how that hexagram fits in with those around it. Gathering follows from hexagram 44, which is called coupling. They meet one another, then they assemble. And so gathering follows. Gathering means assembling. Well, it sort of paints a picture of everyone gathering to vote, but I'm not telling you how to interpret that. Remember, the question is, will Kamala Harris succeed in becoming the next president of the United States? Then, if it's paired, if the hexagram is paired with the one that follows it, 46, here's what it says. And this is from Hilary Barrett's translation of the I Ching. Gathering, that's 44, pairs with hexagram 46, pushing upwards. Gathering means assembling. Pushing upwards means not coming back. Okay. Now I've shuffled the shit out of these cards, these tarot cards. I'm going to ask the same question for Kamala Harris, and I'm going to ask the same question for Donald Trump. So Harris is once I cut the deck at her birthday, which is the Prince of Cups. I believe that's her birthday, isn't it? I believe so. Anyway, that's what I used as her significator. The next three cards with the question, will Kamala Harris succeed in becoming the next president of the United States? Three cards I'm drawing. Two of Wands, Dominion. Seven of Wands, Valor. Yes, I'm sure it's going to take a bit of valor to, it already has, okay. And the third one is the Four of Cups. Pleasure. Blended pleasure. Some even call it luxury. Now, I'm not going to go through a great deal of interpretation of these three cards. They're generally very positive, especially someone taking control of a dominion-like thing, such as the presidency. The fact that it ain't going to be easy, but it suggests if you got tenacity, everything's going to be okay. You got your Mars in Leo, and boy, the job is going to need quite a fiery thing. And the Four of Cups, blended pleasure. Okay, I'm putting these cards back in the deck, randomly putting them back in the deck. I am shuffling the cards while I ask the question, will Donald Trump succeed in becoming the next president of the United States? And remember, it's up to you to interpret these. I don't actually, I've never made an important decision based on either a I Ching reading or a tarot card reading or any form of divination, okay? I'm curious as to what they have to say, but then I usually make my own decisions to make my own mistakes or successes. Okay, that's where I'm going to stop. Donald Trump's birthday makes him a Knight of Swords, I believe. And now I'm going to spread the cards out, cut the deck at the Knight of Swords, and reassemble it. Hang on. I'm not disturbing the order of the cards. Queen of Swords. Okay. There we go. The card at the bottom of the deck, I forgot to mention that Kamala Harris's card that was on the bottom of the deck, the furthest one away from her when she was on the top of the deck, but it's the closest one behind her, was the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And here, have I cut correctly? Yes, Knight of Swords. And the bottom of the deck is called Abandoned Success. So that's, you can look at it two ways. There's 76 cards going forward between Donald Trump's significator and Abandoned Success, or it's just breathing down his neck subjectively. So the three cards for the question, will Donald Trump succeed in becoming the next president of the United States? The first card is the Eight of Swords, short in force. The next card is the Fool. And the next card is the Princess of Wands. Now, she has a I Ching hexagram associated with her. And that's the hexagram called nourishment. See how it even looks like an open mouth. The unbroken lines at the top and bottom are like the lips. And it counsels you to pay attention to what goes into your mouth to nourish you, and to pay attention to what comes out of your mouth to influence others and reveal who you are. In both of these readings, the only trump card that we got, usually the trump cards are kind of destiny cards that deal with great karmic forces and stuff. If they were all trumps, you'd say, relax, what's going to happen is going to happen, you know. But there's only one for both of them, and that's the Fool, right in the middle of Donald Trump's short in force, and Princess of Wands, who says, when you play with me, you play with fire. So, make of it what you will. But if you haven't voted, don't let this influence you in any way. It's just important that you vote if you are able to, and if you haven't already. That is my advice to you. That is what I encourage you to do. But anyway, that's it for the order of Monday morning. Tuesday, I still don't have, I don't still have my car back. It's, I don't even know what they're doing to it there in the emergency room. But our good friend and brother Quinn is going to take us shopping in the morning. So there'll be some kind of a parking lot appearance tomorrow with a special guest star, Quinn, who I'm sure is just thrilled about taking us shopping. But we'll try to make it fun for him and for you. Until tomorrow, Election Day, let's see how this, I'll be curious, of course, how all this works out. It appears to me that my first I Ching hexagram that I did last night around 9:30 Pacific time was the hexagram 45 gathering, and I was sort of encouraged. As a matter of fact, I was pleasantly encouraged at least my initial interpretation of that hexagram vis-a-vis the question I asked. But I have my own prejudices and wishful thinking. And anyway, good luck to us all. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love's the law, love under will.